Sunday, December the 4th, 1994, for the 94 and 95 state title for the Standard Saloons. 1994-95 state title, Standard Saloons. Last night at Rosedale there was the qualifying heats runoff for some of these Standard Saloons. Rosedale Mobile Service Centre in Princess Street, Rosedale. 531 3 triple G for better music on your radio. You can hear some of the music in the background now from 531 3 triple G. Can't quite read some of the drivers there, but there's a list of the drivers there. And there's the Sunday race format this Sunday. I'll read some of the Standard Saloons. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 each Standard Saloon modified productions. 1 litre sedans not turning up. Division 2 ladies hot rods. 4 more heats of the saloons. Modified productions. Ladies Division 2 hot rods. The Standard Saloon title over 40 laps. And the bin 18 is modified productions. The 1 litres aren't here, and also number 20 is the Division 2 ladies hot rods. So that's the event for today. More sponsors. Rosedale Motors and Morwell Discount Confectionery. Rosedale Motors are located in State Street, Bayswater, and the Morwell Discount Confectionery in Tarwon Street in Morwell. And of course it's Christmas time, and the Speedway would like to thank all their patrons a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The actual little ad reads, the Committee of Rosedale Speedway Association wish all our patrons a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's from Rosedale Speedway. Alberni is one of the major sponsor at the Speedway. Alberni Racing Supplies. He sells suits and hats and all that sort of stuff. You'll usually find Ken at Baldwin Road in Pakenham. And he's after 6 o'clock, you can ring him. So that's Ken Alberni. He had a car here for sale last night. Tyres in Morwell, Alexander Road's Morwell. There's Drover's Profile. It's a bit of a Drover's Profile here. It's David Apps this week, for this meeting. Now the worst moment in his Speedway was hitting the fence at Peacecote. His ambition to drive well at all titles, and his favourite track is Seymour. Major achievement in Speedway, 1st and 2nd at Bendigo. It's Darren Apps, named Appsy. Drives next to, first car was next to Falcon, present car was a TD Cortina. Age 19, Club Seymour. And most remembered moment when I got my first trophy. And we go across to 10 Victoria, Channel 10. Talbot Motors, the Honda dealer in Johnson Street, Collingwood, parts and after sales service. Well, you can hold it for a marshal if you like, but there he is up there, little marshal man. Call him Visit Marshall, in Traralgon. Another driver profile. The guy's Anthony Vildamin. Vilch is his next name. His club's Rosedale. He's 29. His first car was a Cortina. He's aged 29. Present car's the same. Most remembered moment. Passion in 92-93 state title. Favourite track is Rosedale. Major achievement in Speedway. Run up in the B class Standard Saloons. Worst moment. Wheel Nuts. Ambition beat V8. Sponsor Sullivan Trading and Hire. Go across here to another sponsor. Oops, should stand it up actually. Still a bit awkward. It's RJ and MJ Cloak Primary Excavator Chips and Tip Truck Hire. And they're located down at wherever, 051 99 2438. Electrical contractor, he's a bit of a right spark this guy. I was F&K student, electric contractor, VH, UHF antennas, installations 018 513 6088. McMahon and Panel Works down in Traralgon, McMahon Street, Traralgon. Mick Egan down at Repco Auto Parts. Porter's Plumbing Supplies. And Bristol Paints. Bristol Paints are located down in Traralgon, so is Porter's Plumbing. He's down in Traralgon. Repco Auto Parts in Traralgon. And he's a bit stranger. He's in Traralgon also, so it's a 4-page Traralgon. There's the canteen prices at the Speedway, the stack bar, and the spaces available. Over the back here, you've got to hire from Co Tires if you need to hire it. And the next race meeting at Rosedale will be on January the 15th. God, it's very blurry, isn't it? January the 15th will be the next meeting at Rosedale. And that's it, and that's the program for Sunday, Sunday, you can't even read it there, can you? Sunday, the 3rd of December 1994, the 1994-95 state title for the standard saloons. The Grand Parade. Some of the cars that are racing today, it's the Grand Parade.
Okay, well, we've got the street stockers on today, folks, and they're racing on their own. They've got an identity of their own, and they're going to have the racing, they race on their own and not in with the modified production. So that'll be great for them because they can come up with a winner amongst themselves instead of having to race with the modified production. And we've got Divi 2 ladies, of course, Divi 2 hot rod ladies. So we've got those people to support the program, the remaining program of the standard saloon state title, brought to you through the courtesy of Repco Traralgon. Repco, we don't need any introduction there because Repco are those people that provide all the very best of equipment for your motoring needs. And they're down at Traralgon. They have supplied, amongst other things, we'll get the times with the wind, but with the a lot of wind blowing in there, well, I don't know, I think it's from about the west or perhaps west or pretty close to northwest. Okay, but anyway, it's coming from over that area, which is probably not where I'd like to see it blowing. I'd like to see it blowing in from the southeast perhaps, where it's probably be a little cooler, but never mind, I'm not a weather forecaster by any means. Certainly going to have to keep water down on this circuit today. Don't know how it's going to go over the 40 laps because Dennis Cockrell, the steward, tells me that there will be no water applied to the circuit after the commencement of the 40 lapper because we have some drivers that schedule their racing on a set of tyres to perform better on the track drives right out to dusty. So just see how it happens. He's not going to allow any water on that surface after the racing commences. Okay, we're all hooked in, ready to go. Flags up and we're ready for heat 1. For Sunday's operation here at the Rosedale Speedway for the Standard Saloon State title. The big one for 94-95. Mick Matola down on the inside and look at him go. Collins doing the big run up the outside. Wow. Well, Collins obviously been out and had a look at this circuit during the night and said, hey, I got the thing going. So, oh, well, there's a big pencil, so that's going to be a yellow. And Colin will be most disappointed because he got that big run on Mick Matola, and that's something that's a pretty hard thing to achieve. So now he's got to do it all over again. We've still got some with their pedals to the metal. They just do not have a look at those lights. And I'm sure that Dennis will be watching that very closely. And when those yellows come out, that simply means cool it, guys. Bring it down, bring it down. Okay, green's down. They're not going to wait any longer. Well, Colin wouldn't do it again because he got trapped in behind the lower starters and wasn't to beat. Mick Matola out in front in that 35 car. 53 gets it all the way sideways there. That's the Steve Randall statement. He head off down the back chute, all nice and muddy and spray out there. One on the infield, Peter McCall in the 96 car. Well, there's something. 53 at 94 next in that Stephen Randall at 94 and Martin Healy in the HG hole at 45 back on circuit. Gordon Russell after a 40 on the infield. McCall still doing it nicely. Steve Randall now down on the inside. Look at the understeer on that big 53 Stater. Bulldozed himself right out into the centre of the track. Nick having trouble with this. I'm sure that's not that. Probably having trouble with his car. Now gone right off top. He's hanging it right out on the wall to keep out on the road. He can try and get it going. And off for the infield. I'm pretty sure that's what he'll do. Bring it down onto the infield. Tuck it beside his brother. There is Peter. Well, what a disaster. The two McCullough boys onto the infield. Leaving the 53 car out in front, that's Stephen Randall. Next one choose 94, Martin Healy, then Colin Stewart in the Rosedale 6 car. Next one two, Henry Lindsay in 50, then the 45 race out, that's Jordan Russell. Big efficient race with these cars, 53. Down on the inside of Neil Ingram in the Centura. I'm sure Neil's car's not on song, not going very well at all after that confrontation. Try to get the front off the wheel of that car, but that's obviously not all that's ailing that race car. Back to the leaders, 5-3, Stephen Randall is the statement. 94, Martin Healy in the HG Holden from Red Line. Our president from here at Rosedale Speedway, Colin Stewart, running in third position at this stage. Back to 45 then is Jordan Russell. Well, Colin got a blinder of the car off the first start, but then was thwarted and he had to come back to the wheel for a restart. Well, 53, still doing it nicely. 5-3 there is Stephen Randall. 94 is Martin Healy. Colin right out into the fence there, just hit the wall in turn 4. Oh, what a shame there for Neil Ingram. He's running that car very slowly, just trying to perhaps rack up a point or two. Henry Litchie also going very slow, nursing that car. Back to the leader, 53, Stephen Randall in the Statesman from Alexandra. 94, Martin Healy, HG Holden. Colin Stewart. Orana. 45 is the next one positioning. Gordon Russell, Cortina. Henry Lindsay in the 50 car. Well, we'll really spread the field out here as the laps tick down. In fact, the third car half a lap behind the leader, the 53 car there of Stephen Randall. White flag out to indicate one to go for Steve. Pretty happy with that. 94 getting it a little loose there, Lindsay a lap behind. 94 out of red line is Martin Healy. Colin Stewart in the 6 car. 45, Jordan Russell. Okay, checkered flag out and about to go down in the first heat on Stephen Randall, Alexander, 5-3, the big start. Still on penultimate lap. 94 is Martin Healy, second, and Colin Stewart, Rosedale 6, third. 45, next one home, Gordon Russell, Cortina. Henry Lindsay, all limping through. Oh, the 7 car as well, sorry, that's Neil Ingram, the Centura. Okay, interesting to see if the little 240 Datsun has got the squirt to get away from those following pack. They've got it on the power right on there between 3 and 4. Drifts a little wide there, the 11 car, right behind him. Ray Hamilton to the Electrana. Well, there's where the battle is now. He gets down on the inside a little too. Oh, and gives it a big squirt, does he? Just walk away from that little 240K. Now the 240 gets down on the inside again. Well, backwards and forwards we go. 27 off the circuit, up here in 2. Oh, look at this, the sideways. The broadside through there, but Templeton in the 12 car has just leading away there. He's done a few passing moves. 32, almost that'll come from the 70, from the red line 73 car there on Des Hale. A lot of cars up onto the dirt there on turn 1 and 2. Actually believe there's 99 in the meantime and parked it right on the corner of turn 4. And that'll bring the yellow out if they don't get him off there in a hurry. 12, 11, 4, 21 and 8. Well, look at the Yeomans up to that position already. Absolute what a blind level run from that side. 21. That's Colin Yeoman. The Rosedale 21 car. Beautiful run. Well, they got the push car out ready to push that car off, and they still don't have the Yeomans. Oh, yeah, they didn't have the yellow. I couldn't see it. It was behind the flaggy. Yeah, we're blowing all over the place. Okay, we got to restart. Roll, Hamilton. Well, he certainly put in a great move on that Templeton in that 12 car. They put that car in underneath the 11 car behind that attack. Now he just pulled off a little bit of a lead, but it posed a little there because he went very, very wide in there. The Alexander 11 car next to 240 pace. That's it already, isn't it? Yeoman's down on the inside now. Look at this for a run. Two he's nailed there. Stops up, goes with him all the way down the back too. The Yeoman's just keeps his boot. The bucket box has got to back off a little there to avoid getting out in the slipperies. Oh, Yeoman's out in the slipperies too. Look at that 11 car. Andrew Dennis. He's watched off a lot of speed and expects a lot of placing there. Well, the big move, all eyes on the 21 car, both that Rosedale 21 car of Colin. He comes through from absolute last. He's now trying to get up on terms with and mount an attack on the back of the Craig Templeton car. Can he do it? But in the meantime, Foster's got down on the inside and that's not the place to let him go there, Colin. Although he sticks with his gun goes to the outside. Sticks to the outside gun there. It's one off, one more away with a fence to 73 car. At the Roma Motors sponsored charger of Des Hale on Ballarat, and he's really pushed that car. The yellows are out. That car's blocked the track completely. And he suffered some very bad damage there. In fact, I saw them taking a radiator down this morning. Whether it was for that car, I'm not sure. It was the crew. And if it was so, it certainly made a mess of that new radiator they put in it. Going to take the car infield and not do any further damage to it, which is the way to go, because he would have started off rear of field by having brought the yellows down, and there was just no point in continuing there. Well, that 23 car, the bumper hanging off, that's the Dean Humphrey car, the Cortina. That car probably will come under scrutiny and have that removed to avoid having it come off. Now they're going to let it go. It's obviously a soft one and it's not going to cause a lot of problems if it comes off. Alright, the build-up of revs is speed builds up and they're under the green again. Away we go. Upside. The number 6, number 1, carrying on up to so he's executed that move we anticipated. He's moved right on up to fourth place. Now there's four big charges up the front. Yeoman's down on the inside of Templeton now, and that's where he wanted to be. He doesn't have to run out of the corner. 33 car there made a move very good to 8K Holden. Making a move on or in fact having a move put on him now by the 11 car in turn, the 240K. That's an out of four and up the front shoot. Yeoman, he's got the wheel on the inside. Has he got enough space? No, he doesn't. Gets right on the corner of Templeton in the 12 car. Now if he's got the boot, he may be able to get up level with him, but that little putting up the curve has really got some front. That LX Toronto gets way down the back chute. You're going to find the track's going to be wet for the first part of each race and dry for the second part because it's very, very dry and hot and dusty out there. Hamlin's looking for a run here. Already got that big car handled beautifully. Just powers that thing through the corner. Works away at the wheel, locked along. Yeoman has another chance to get down on the inside of Templeton. It just doesn't have the run. 2 or 3 metres there to be up beside it. White flag out, so one to go. Now he gets his hands out of third. He's right up beside Templeton. The Templeton will have to run out of third and head down the back straight. That pulls away from Yeoman. Yeoman has got to try on this one. He won't have to run out of the corner. Understeer there from Templeton. Allows Yeoman to get down on the inside. Will he have the grunt? No, Templeton will have it, I'm sure. Up the front there. Templeton, Yeoman, Foster, Hamlin. Stewart from the red line, 33 car, 8K Holden there. Was the fifth finisher in that bunch. The 11 car of Andrew Dennis. 51. Well, it's a shame to see there's Little Hales, Roma Motors sponsored Charger out there because I'm sure they had some problems with that car. I was speaking to one of the crew members earlier and he was lumping a radiator down towards the pits, and I'm not sure if that went in that car, but if it did, it certainly had a short life because we've just had a big sprong in the fence here, and with the steam that was coming from that car, it's a possibility that we ruined that radiator installation job. Paul Cam in the Moe 8 car from position 3. Out of 4 is Jimmy Turner in the Moe 11 car. Moe 7 is Ewan Stewart. We confused with Colin Stewart last night. That's the Gehrig car, Stephen Gehrig and the Tirana. Back to number 4 there, and I can't see that one, it's too far away. 44, Stretch, 44 there, pick him up, that's Peter Taylor in the Tirana hatch. Alexander 8, I can pick that one up on the outside of Lenny Chulo in 35, that's the Alex 8 car. Alexander 8 is Robert Bruce in the Statesman. Alexander 4 car I was searching for there. Alex 4 is Len Bates. Back down to 33. Traralgon, from Traralgon there, the 33 car of Stephen Cook in the Tirana. Moe 13 car, Henry Scarf. Have Henry's name last night for some considerable time, and he came and told me about it, and I was appreciative of that because we didn't know then before that who it was. 67 I think is that one I'm missing. 67 is Chris Harrison and Alexander. 67. Mostly going by and see if that's Alexander, yes that's right. 67 must mention Chris Harris in the PD. 14 back. There's Jimmy Turner now mounting the back line in line down the back through the limit. 4 cans come through. Tony Beerleman still in there in 7, in the 7 car in 4th position, but about to be attacked by the Oh, there's lines. You're getting it all the way sideways into the side of full camp. Pushing all the way out. So that should now bring down a yellow. I'm pretty sure about that. Interesting to see what the call is there, but I'm sure there'll be some repercussion. Okay, we'll wait on that to result then. Okay, full cam off the pole again with Wheelerman on the outside of him, and they're ready to go racing. Up the outside, the Moe 7 car there of Ewan Stewart in the XC Falcon. He's working there and trying to hold down that second position and get a clear run down the back two. There's enough on that second. Jimmy Turner tries to go 3 wide. Have a look at it. Now tucks in underneath Tony Wheelerman and hooks in behind that 7 car to see if Moe 7 car to see if we can't improve his position. Right here as 4 cams comes barreling up the front chute. Moe 7 and Ewan Stewart and Jimmy Turner. Stephen Burke, 35 is I think we'll find it in next, and the 7 car there of Tony Wheelerman dropped right off the lead cars. 4 cams. Stewart, Jimmy Turner, Stephen Rory. Turner trying to get down on the inside of the Falcon. Turner cross on the outside and that lost him a bit of ground. Now he comes under attack from Stephen Rory in that 6 car. Jimmy has the boot, he gets it down low again. Can he hang on to that position? No, he can't. He has to relinquish that out to that inside running and have to go wide. Doesn't have the legs to fix the blazing up from Stephen Rory in the 6 car. Was very low, so getting really sharp into the placing here. 67 and 8 go past. 67 Chris Harris and 8. Alexander 8. And Robert Bruce straight out. All very dusty now. See like that all day. All Cam, he's not phased at all because he's way the heck out there in front. Got them all phased there trying to get around that big number 8, the statement there, to get on on terms of the Moe 7 car. Off the speed there as he came out of the Ewan Stewart and the Falcon. Now Jimmy Turner tries to get down on the inside of it again. He's already been there once a couple of laps back time that one. Drury through now to 7 in the number 6 car. Through to second, I'm sorry, in the number 6 car. Boy, what a tongue twister. All cam, second flag out, he goes down. Stephen Rory through second. Moe 7 is third, Ewan Stewart, and 4th is Jimmy Turner. The 35 car there, of course, is Lenny Schuler. Wheelerman in 7th. 33 Stephen Cook was next in the Tirana. Boy, I'll tell you, we're getting very, very dusty. Well, up here, Graham Randall. And down the back of the D9 car. Well, there's the event. Well, Rosedale and home. Added over here on 3 and 4. David absolutely circuit beautiful. Well, he's doing a lot there. He's had that car nicely performing. Look at Rosedale down on the inside in the number 11 car. Number 11 best he's putting the bucket. They got one across the track here. The number 9 car. He's told now to hold their line. I'll tell you what, he's got this car absolutely fine. He's got a track lift of that car and absolutely circulated away from Rosedale and pulled out that little lead home, seems to have backed up a little there. It just could be because of the spray off the track and he's pulling a tear off or some such thing. David Beck. Red Holmes. About to be attacked by Matthew Parsons in 73. Number 9, D9 and DFS. No changes, the lap kick down. Highway race car of David Smith there. Right on top. Right up front there. Just can't seem to close that little gap. Brett Holmes has dropped off the pace a little. Obviously electing that's going to cost him dearly. In that car, he's trying to get around these have a try down inside or outside. We're forgetting if you're looking at the inside car or the outside. David Bent about to receive the white flag with 1 to go. White flag out for David Bent. 1 Rosedale, 11 seconds. Brett Holmes in the Rosedale 5 car. Third place, a little battle going on here with Graham Randall. Matthew Parsons having their own little battle. Right down the back is Andrea Bent in the Dandenong 9 car. Checkered flag about to come out and go down on David Bent. Dandenong 11 seconds. And Brett Holmes in the Rosedale 5. Well, then look at this battle still goes keep going on here. The 60 car from 73, Matthew Parsons, making a big rush there for 4th and 5th. Okay, flags up. Flash go to green. Flags down and we're racing. Wow, a bit of a staggered start there. Alex Front, 41. Distance tank. 14 is local Rosedale. 14, Les Turner. Alex 52 lurking there, Graham Randall. Oh, absolutely cooked it there. Seen the yellow obviously and backed off and the tail was out. Allowed that car to drift right around, but at least it brought attention to the fact that the following cars perhaps weren't watching for the yellow. They woke up something was wrong. They happened to miss the target. Ghastly thought. Okay, ready for a restart. Rick Sankey in the 68 car jumped off a little quick there. I think that's what brought the yellows out. certainly going to do it again if the 14 car doesn't come up. They're staggered, so not much interested in doing it properly. Being told one more time and he'll go to rear. Okay, well, Stuart's a little disturbed with 5 cars in a field that can't come up for a start in 2 rows and 1 loose at the back. I mean, good God. See, the juniors do a better job than that, so they would be a little bit cranky. Now, that 14 car's hanging back, and I don't know why. That's really not fair to the Alex 52 car because it puts him at the 1 or 2 car disadvantage. Now, that 14 car should come up and run level with 68. And he's causing the 52 car a disadvantage by not doing so. Okay, well, we got a race, so I wouldn't have rather put that 14 car rear of field, but I'm not a Stuart, however. Back to the action. 52's got out from behind 14 and at last, and he now can see some daylight and get on with the business of getting up with the leaders. Who at this stage is Rick Sankey in the 68 car and on the 15. In the 52 car of Graham Randall. 14, always Turner, down the back, 94, Nick Dan. Street stocks here at Rosedale Speedway. Well, Rick Sankey certainly cleared out. He was a pole sitter and he was to bring the field up at a reasonable start speed. I'm sure he did that. It's just that the 14 car was outside of him and was hanging back, and that in turn put the 52 car back out of contention for a good start. That normally attracts notation from the stewards, so they'll be watching that very driver that is start. Next seat. Okay, 21 still in second place, 52 third and 14 in third. In fourth car, good evening. I'm watching the crew having a little night and forgetting about the man that's pulling it off beautifully up the front in the Alex 68 car, that's Rick Sankey. Now we'll go back to second, third and fourth. We've got it right this time. That's 21, Tim Sankey. 52, Alex 52, Graham Randall at 14. Les Turner. 94 at 15. These are street stocks, and as the name implies, they're pretty close to the street standard. Handle like a balloon full of water. Rick Sankey, doing it nicely on the bit. Rick Sankey, 52 next, Graham Randall. And 14 is Les Turner. 94, having a little ball on his own here, is Nick Dan. Well, they're having their own little dice here for second, third and fourth positions. The only reasonable attack there will probably come from the 52 car of Graham Randall, although 14 Les Turner's gone right around the outside. That's hardly the place to go. It's gained absolutely nothing, but 52 will be getting a little bit frustrated here. Graham Randall will be wanting to get by that 21 car and get into that second place, but Sankey's not having any of that. White flag being called in and second flag coming out. Go down on Rick Sankey and Alexander, 68, home first. Tim Sankey in 21 is going to pull off the second spot. No, it's not. It's got tipped at the last minute by Graham Randall. Well, there's the folly of getting it all the way sideways out of 4 and just backing it a little. He backed on down a fraction, and that allowed the 52 car to sneak by. I'm pretty sure that Graham Randall got second in that one. Just wait. Okay, as we call it, Graham Randall in 52, just sneaked in there. He had the momentum as he came out of fourth. Jimmy Sankey in that 21 car, he put it a little wide, or got a little loose there out of fourth. And in trying to catch that car again, of course, he watched off a little speed, and that allowed Graham Randall, who had a nice line out of four, to come up on the inside and just pip him for second place.
I'd like
61 is the Eddie Cahomi. Rosedale Lane, the lead right away to the lead. 71 Marion there just dropped off the start there a little. And that in turn held up the Jenny Saunders and the Nicky Rosedale 8 car. Okay, we got some lost speed we'll tell you about in a moment, but in the meantime, Rosedale 19, Lindell Crane. Herbie Saunders' car, sorry, in the hands of Jenny Saunders. And Nicky Manilopoulos in the number 8 car. Oh, strung out over 4.5 the circuit already. Lindell Crane seems to be getting some very good experience from the guys. And that's certainly shown here as he gets that car out up through turn 1 and 2 and runs that forward in the circuit. Have a look at it. It's already wet on the top end. Already dry on the top end. Not wet, sorry. I was looking at the wet patches down here. Still wet over on the fence. And then dry on the pole line up through 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Lindell Crane in 19, Jenny Saunders in 20, Nicky in 8, 71 next to it, Marion, 11, in that 11 car, 61 down here, that's Edie. One back just to making an entry back on the circuit, that's down in the 35 car. The 11 car onto the infield, that's Kay Robbins. Not happy with the way that car's going, that's on the infield. Lindell Crane just soldiers on. In fact, I think he's perhaps pulled out a little bit more from that 20 car. I'm not sure if Jenny Saunders seems to pull out a little and then lost it. Third at this stage is the number 8 car, Nicky in the 8 car. Have to put a lap on down in 35. White flag out, coming out now for Lindell Crane to indicate she's got one to go. 71 being told, hold your line. Jenny Saunders in the 20 car. Car certainly going a lot better this week. There's the Nicky Manilopoulos King. White flag out still for 61, 80 and the 31 car of Diane Patterson. 19, second flag down on Lindell Crane. 71, a lap down, 20. Jenny Saunders comes through for second placing. Third placing goes to Nicky Manilopoulos. Get up at the King band. 61 is Edie Salami. Cahomi. 35, Diane Patterson. 71, Marion there. 45 outside of him, 4-5 is Gordon Russell in the Cortina. inside second row, 16, not having a good day and night, in fact, is Paul Wheelman in the Cortina. 47, I think that one is on the outside. Darren Apps in the Cortina, outside second row. 94, outside third row, is Martin Healy and HG Holden. Side of him is 6, I think that's the Stewart car, and I'm sure get them mixed up with Stephen Drury. But okay, flag down too late, and we're racing. Confuse everybody, yeah, that's the Colin Stewart number 6 I was looking for. 16 on that, hanging on that pole line. You just get that right-hand wheel up on the gradient of that pole line and seems to hook them onto the infield. 53 trying for a look there is Stephen Randall in the potato. But out in front, doing it well, 96, Peter Nicola. 16, just gets skipped there for that third spot. 94 goes, he finds himself going right out wide, one sideways there. Lindsay, I think, is the one that's gone into him in the HQ, number 50. He's got one sideways there on between 3 and 4. Yellow's out. Comes still racing, a 53 car of Randall. He's still racing, he's not happy with putting a flag out, he says, I want to keep going. Okay, 47 was the offending car there, Darren Apps in the Cortina. Pulls that car onto the in. No, he doesn't. He's going to, yes, he is. He's pulled that car onto the infield. So too is Henry Litzy in the 50 race car. So we're down now to, 6 starters, 6 restart. Great performance, the Nicola boys. Flag down and we're racing and we're restarting. George Russell car, and he certainly does that. And if you looked at those two cars on a skinny track, you'd say, well, the little one's going to certainly nip off the line quicker, but no, not so. The big Stato gets the power to the ground and gets it booming up the back chute now. 94 is the next one through. Martin Healy and HG Holden. 53 lurking away there in the background. Third position, in fact, he's almost, yes he does. He takes out that 94 car and looking for a second spot. As the 94 car of Martin Healy gets unfairly dealt with, I felt there, and I'm able to make comments because I'm only a commentator. Henry Litzy trying to get back on the song now for the start. He may be allowed to restart. But 94 Martin Healy got a little tap around there, did a complete one, headed in the right direction, but suffered as a result. So it'll be interesting to his position. Paul Wheelman, Cortina, followed Stewart in 6, hanging back a little. In a good position if he can get down on the inside of that 45 car now. Just remains to be seen. No, he doesn't have the grunt. He could possibly have taken off that second position there if he could have got down on the inside of a 45 race car of Gordon Russell. But he couldn't put himself down inside that Cortina, and as a result he's back now to third. Oh, they all look off onto the inside of the number 4 got it off down the front chute, and 94 gets it all the way sideways. That really was his own fault because he got it sideways there, and he's taken out the Colin Stewart car there for sure. Well, that'll just about finish Cole for the day because the man is not well and hasn't been well all week. He's put this meeting together for the you folks out there, and now he's been taken out by a spinning car, which some people may say, well, what the heck, that's racing. But I'm sure Colin will get out of that car and he just will not have the energy to put that back together for any further heats because he's a man that's been very, very hard worked over the last week, as well as being not well. He's certainly not a well man, and I think that's just about pulled the Well, there's one one dude that certainly contributes to Speedway. He's a lovable guy, and he's a guy that I certainly wouldn't want to see taken out of his day's racing. He has ripped the mudguard off, and then he jumped up on the bonnet and paddle beated that. Oh well. Good on you, Cole. I don't think that was sufficient. I think the car is going to stay there for the resumption of racing. But I think with some of his friends, they'll get together, Herbie and his mates, and they'll see that he gets that car back on the track. I certainly hope so. They've got the crowbar out now. Okay, now we start all over again. Right down the outside. Well, I'll tell you, he's doing a job and a half there. That's the Alex 53 car of Stephen Randall in the Stato. He's going to get up beside that 45 car. Look how they get the power to the ground in those V8s. I'll tell you, one would assume that those things would be big and heavy and cumbersome, but they seem to do the job here over the floor. You've got two tradesmen up front. You've got that 45 car there, second is the small little Cortina. You'd expect it to be quick and nimble, but the big heavy Statos, they seem to have the grunt, get it down onto the track and get on up the front tube, back tube, wherever. Too much by the look of it, but he's tacked the wall front and rear, and that's really not the way to go. 94 in third at this stage, and that's Martin Healy and the HG Holden. But the two big Statos up front, 45 in trouble down there out of turn 3. Out of turn 2 for them. So back with the leaders. 96, Peter McCullough. 53, 5 and 3 and Stephen Randall. 94, the next one through, Martin Healy and HG Holden. Back to 50, who's worked his way up, Henry Lipsy. In 4th position. 16 and 45, making up the field, Paul Wheelman. And the 45, Gordon Russell in the 14. Well, it's good to see the big 96 car certainly not for the other competitors, but to see that thing running after it's going 10 on the infield in the first heat. Randall car left rear tyre to me looked a little soft, whether they've got it soft to traction or what, but it certainly looked a little soft and spongy there. 16 running very slowly, comes up and almost stops in front of the start and finish line. He's going to stop, I sure hope he gets it off the circuit. That Randall car, I think, running that low profile tight pressure. And they lift in 45. 60 for Henry Lipsy, 45 for Gordon Russell in the Cortina. Well, that 16 car obviously trying for any desperate points he can get. Go into the final and Paul Whelan in the Cortina. Certainly not breaking that record to the time up under the Caliphate. Peter McCullough out in front. Whelan being told do not interfere with the oncoming vehicles. He's certainly not going to do that. Flowery Park. Peter McCullough. Stephen Randall still in second, not making any impression. 94, once again the red line 94 of Martin Healy, the HG Holden. Not closing at all. White flag out, one to go. Mudguard rubbing on the tyre there on that 94 car, so that will need some sort of repair work when he goes back in. And Lipsy and the 45 car of Gordon Russell rounding off the field. Peter McCullough agrees the checkered flag. The winner of this team, 96, Peter McCullough. 53, Alex 53, Stephen Randall. 94 next to Martin Healy. Fourth placing will go to Andy Leslie in 50. Surviving over the 45 car of Gordon Russell is the Cortina. Okay, Colin Stewart gets himself back into his car over there, and he's going to take it back into the pits, and with a lot of luck and a lot of willing hands, I'm sure he'll have, because he's got a lot of friends in Speedway as Colt. He'll try and get that car up and running for the next one. He's had the car running very nicely so far, and it's just suffered a big one, and we just hope they can get it back on song for the next heat. Clear from right, okay, that's what racing. 21, young. Look at he felt that thing sideways, and it makes little difference at all. And he gets a little touch over there. Really, I don't know that that was of anyone's fault at all, because a 99 car was turning. No, I wouldn't put a yellow on that one, but never mind. I was off the circuit. Okay, we'll wait and see what happens. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know that there was a lot to blame there. I'll just wait on Stewart's, of course, but the 99 car there and of Andrew Cormack and the big number 1 came together there, but I'm not sure what happened. I don't know that there'd be any penalty involved. We'll wait to see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens on the restart, but I'm sure you'll find that that big number 1 will get out to the outside and come all the way steaming down that front street very quickly. Young one's in the meantime. Looking for a while. He's lost his opportunity there, although he's taken it up now. He's gone right down onto the low line, 99 on the outside of him. Can he get across? And that's just what Yeoman wants, because he wants to keep those very fast charges. He's not going to get much chance here. You've got a 99 car into the fence over there as a result of the bonnet coming up. Lost now in the dust, and it's going to pull it down on the yellow. Had he done a right-hand turn onto the infield there, would have saved all this kabuffle. But he did tack the wall over there in what is their turn 3 on this reverse circuit, and the result was that the bonnet was where it's impossible to see. There should be a little hole coming that, you can look through it when it pops up. Okay, now we need further sponsors at Rosedale Speedway to continue the great work that's going on here. Back to the racing, as pedals go to the metal, and we can start all over again. He's after already, and he's got to do it all over again. Now there's a lot of experience there. He knew that charger wouldn't close enough on him, so he's taken advantage of that by going middle track approach to that turn 1. Gives him plenty of space to go through turn 1 and 2. Right out in the centre of the circuit here, you'll notice, and that's confident, because he says, I can't not to go to get that take advantage of the fact that run the middle track all the way through turns 1, 2, 3 and 4. And that gives him a better approach. That car is right up on song with Rev, and it performs beautifully. Look at it go through turns 3 and 4. 23 all over the track up there. Out in front, 73, and Saroma Motors sponsored Charger Cross Ballarat. There's Little Hales. He's just dropped a little back, I think, and he's going to come under some threat here now from the very fast charging big one of Gary Down. He's now already up in first position. How the hell are you going to hold this guy down when he gets to run off the front of the circuit? Now, Colin Yarmouth will be pretty happy to see here, because He's got these two guys battling away their own little battle back there for second and third, and that'll just take the pressure off him. He'll be able to use the whole circuit. So watch this guy go into turns 1 and 2. Look at that. One lock almost all the way through that corner. No lock to lock stuff there. 73 Little Hales. He's still holding out that big fast charging Sailor, the number 1 car of Gary Hamlin, who has, what have we got here? One into the fence. Don't want any more yellows. 51 going to take that car on the inside. Damage the front wheel of that car. Can't see for the cups here, boy. I'll tell you what. Everyone's going every which way, but out in front, Colin Yeoman, he's stretched that lead even more as the big one of Gary Hamlin goes on by the 73 car of Deadly Little Hales as they progress through 3 and 4. That fine guy's strong determination and his ability to drive that big car very, very well. He's really quite through the whole field. Oh, and Little Hales has just bumped a big tyre over there on turn 2. Colin Yeoman's in 21. Gary Hamlin in 52, or 6-1 car. In second place, 11 through the third now. That's the Alexander 11, that's the 240. That's the 73, losing it again over here. Well, just as having a wretched time at the second lead. One pull onto the outside to avoid causing any problems. Time to correct up the point. But back with the lead of the 21 car coming around to get his white flag on one to go. Even across there is the Moe 4 car. Commodore 23 and 33 out of there in no short term. Lost the name block here and decided to take up the front runners. 1 left to go for Colin Yeoman in 21. The big 1 car there on Gary Hamlin. It's not making any impression on Yeoman. And then Yeoman just had the battle there with the 73 car earlier on. Come right up behind him and maybe trying to have him stuff with his car and putting a lap on him. I don't think he will because he's going every which way. Colin Yeoman will be pretty happy with that. The second flag out goes down on 21. Second home is the big 1 car of Gary Hamlin. The third car through is Alexander 11, Andrew Dennis. The number 4 car, Moe 4 of Stephen Foster is next home. And the red line of Deadly blue car is Barry Stewart. 8 and 23. Jason Hunter and 2, 3, 23 is Dean Humphrey. Boy, I've got 2 big eyeballs of dust up here like you couldn't see. 67. Chris Harris in the PD14 off pole. A little black on the outside there is the 33 car, not coming up online, but now he does. Now. Big stack up into turn 1 as everybody piles it right on the Moe 7 car there. Ewan Stewart in the XD Falcon goes all the way around the fence. And Ian Lyons gets it a little loose out of the turn 2, and in fact a little loose up the front chute. I'm not sure if he's not sussing that car out for some problem. But down the front chute, Stephen Cook in the Tirana. 35 on the outside of him is Letty Chulo. Well, this car's going every which way but loose here. One parked against the big tyre on between turns 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 for them. On this roundabout route of theirs. 35, Letty Chulo into the lead. The Alexander 8 car is moving himself up there on the roof of the pavement. Okay, the Dias has elected to continue to run with that car parked. It must be where they consider it not to be a dangerous situation. The six comes back in onto the infield for some attention. Letty Chulo in 35 out in front, yellow's out. He's going to pull that car off. He couldn't get it started. I'll bet he gets it started now. In fact, the car's already going, I think. I believe I can see that car moving fractionally. Away to go. Never get it started again. Okay, pal, thanks very much. Okay, going again, lane 2 here, a little right there. Chulo goes wide. Now he's put himself under pressure actually. He's gone right out wide, but he's drifted away. He's really got that car flying up front there. It's really moving. So 3 and 4 takes advantage of that open track and gets a high right stance on the circuit. He gets a big run down the front there. 33 car there. Stewart in the big XT Falcon that's next through there. Get himself put out there. He's up right across his front, 40 in line. He's already progressed through to about 6th or 7th place. He's done well to get up there. He just has one in the second there. 11 behind the other K car. And Kilo. 97. Stewart. 33 cars. And he makes it, they're running 4th, I think, at this stage. Turn it down on the inside of the Alexander 8 car of Robert Bruce and Potato. Well, that's an 8 car there of Mariota Paul Cam doesn't sound all that healthy at all. It sounds very loud and not quite on song. I'm not sure that car's running off or not. 30 35. Molly 7. Ewan Stewart. Doing very nicely indeed. 33 running in 3rd, still Rosedale. 33, Stephen Cook in the Piranha. They bait next and Jim Turner about to put the acid on Glenn in the 11th class. Alexander 8 there lurking in the back there on the first place. Big bird time, very hard to get on that 8, the other 8 car. White flag out, comes down on Lenny Chulo in the 35 car. Oh, he's 7. Bjorn Stewart. 33. Stephen Cook. 8. Jim Turner. Well, it's a good week for Lenny Chulo. He's a great campaigner. He's been campaigning his car for a while now. And he's got it up for home first. This week. Next one. 7 car of Ewan Stewart, XT Falcon, third place. What a big Burman run there by Jimmy Turner from the Rosedale 33 car of Stephen Cook. Well, Jimmy Turner done very well there. He just kept his boot in the bucket all the way out of 3rd. Just picked that 33 car for 3rd place in. This I think you'll find is that Lynn Bates number 4. Just played with it for a while, but that car is for sale at $2,000 if you want to get your bum in the bucket of a car to learn. That's where you go. Right up the outside, Matthew passes, but gets really wiped off there from Ramsdale in the 11th car. No, he doesn't, in fact. He gets his 30 in the bucket, gets the 3 out of 2, which is the way to go. goes on down the back chute, finishing up in that first place while going through. Oh boy, I was watching that. Yellow out there, so they're all going to come down to nothing.
All the same.
Pay attention to the flag, he's still rushing headlong down the back chute. Okie dokie. And we're racing. Finds himself enough room to tuck it down on the inside, but gets a little drift there as he comes out into two rather. Out of two down the back chute. 11, Wayne Rosedale. In second place at this stage. 60th next through Graham Randall. Up the front. Andrea Bent, that's the Albany car, the number 19 car that's for sale. I'm not sure who's driving it. Mike Penn was driving it last night. Not sure who's got it under control today. David's been coming Rosedale drive it on the outside now, has to drift very, very wide. In the meantime, 60 puts in his bid from there. Rosedale in front, Wayne and Rosedale in the 11 car, devoid of sponsorship. Why don't you get your name on it? Matthew Beach is on. 73, Matthew Parson. And 60 is Graham Randall. 5 car. Number 9, and the event. Last is the 19 car, that's the Alberni car. For sale, a lot of goodies in that car. He's not going to break it, just to show it off. All the front fiberglass missing off Graham Randall's 60 race car as a result of a jump there. Brett Holmes in trouble there here on the turn. 4. Backs it out of the road to avoid having a yellow down. Graham Randall takes advantage of that manoeuvre there and goes down on the inside of Matthew Parsons. Check a flag out and goes down. Graham Randall and Matthew Parsons with a big run there at the end. Brett Holmes in the 5 car. Standing on 9 and the event all lap down and David then through in 7th. Off the pole, 52, Graham Randall. He'll be looking for a good start this time. He's up beside Les Turner in the 14 car, so Les can't hold him up this time. He's all on his own. He's on the pole, he can bring him up to his own satisfaction. Flag goes down and we're racing. Up getting behind him in the 21 car. They head into 1 and 2. Alexander, 52, Graham Randall. Jim Sankey, 14, looking for a way down the back chute there. Les Turner gets that position challenged by the 68 car of Rick Sankey, who won the last one, you may remember. Rock'n'roll factor as they head up the front chute. 52, Graham Randall. Jim Sankey, Rick Sankey. Back to 14, Les Turner, and 94 is Mick Van. 68 just lost something from that Sonata car that ran on down in the middle of the circuit between turn 3 and 4. Something they got off that car. 62, Graham Randall. 21, Ken Sankey, Rich Sankey next. Challenging now as they go down into 3 and 4. 14 is Les Turner. Down the back is 94, Big Dan. Keep those cars on a straight line as the 52 car comes out of 4 all the way sideways. Sankey and Sankey out of here. So we can tip. 14 to West down. 94. 16. Flag out for Brian Randall. Les Turner and Nick Dan. Down goes the checker on Brian Randall. Slide past the start-finish line. 21, Alexander 21, Jim Sankey first. Bit of a rush up here for I'll tell you what, the 14 car almost got fifth there. Les Turner in 4th and Mick Dan, a big plunge at the last moment there, just missed out on taking off that, or rather, relinquishing the wooden spoon. See Les Turner in 14. Okay, ladies, divvy 2 hot rods. Push car just pushing the 35 car of Diane Patterson from the circuit. Failing to start. Off off the pole, the 11 car of Kay Robbins. We just call them their first names because they're lovely ladies all on in that 8 car, pull right on through into the lead, but all got very well dished up there by the 11 car of Kay Robbins. And I'm sure you'll find that that'll necessitate another whack at the start. Yellow's come out. Nicky sitting looking in the wrong direction, saying, how on earth did I get here? Off the pole, Kay Robbins. Outside of her is Nicky in the 8 car. 20, Jenny driving that 20 car. Okay, flag down and we're racing. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a 6 moves and a half. Nicky out in front, Jenny next through, Jenny next through in that 20 car. And Bell at 19. Well, I think Kay is becoming aware of that thumping tyre there, that wheel bumping away. I'll be making one hell of a noise in there, and as you reel it away, Jenny sort of gets a big week of numbers here on that. I'm sure she's broken up, but not going to do that tyre any good. Why waste any further or make any further damage? We have further damage. 71 goes by, Marion. And 80 in the 61 car makes up the field of 5 remaining. Bunched up here for 20 car, Lindell trying. Boy, I'll tell you what, with her experience with the guys, she's no she's a very mean performer, and she gets up there trying to improve her position, gets left a little down the back straight, and he goes right around the outside of the 8 car. Nicky relegated now back to the second. Then he goes on her merry way now. Lindell now about to make the challenge on the 8 car. Nicky now relegated back to third. Well, first to third, uneasy left. Now about to put a lap on the on Edie in that 61 car. Marion in 71 goes in field back out onto the track. And Del Tony steps out now after Jenny Saunders in the 20 car. Oh, Jenny puts the foot wrong there, gets it all the way sideways, and Lindell had a big head of steam out of 2. That's put her a long way in front there with the remaining laps counting down. Lindell, Jenny, Nicky, Edie in 61. White flag out on Rosedale is on second. And he then trying to get back on terms, but can't do it. Nicky in 8. Harry in 71. And 80 down here in 61. Take a flag out and down on Rosedale train at 19. Then he's going to the 20. Number 8 car, 71, Marion there, 61, it is 80 to hold me. Okay, ladies, Dippy 2.
Okay. Fence the road and through them all.
Okay, folks, now we're having a go. And look who's sitting on top there. Ian Lyons, give him a big hand, folks. Can't compete in the title, isn't well, but has fronted up for his medal presentation. Maui 7. Ewan Stewart, the 73 car there. That's the Roma Motors Ballarat sponsored charger of Des Littlehale. The number 1 car, Vic 1, Gary Hamlin. 53, Stephen Randall in the Statesman. Red line 33, Stephen Cook. Alexandra 11, Andrew Dennis. And the 240 Kate Atson. 96, well, we know it needs no introduction, Peter Nicola. Maui 35 there, is it? 35, of course, that's the Chulo boy, Lenny Chulo, of course. 11, Jim Turner. 8, Paul Cam. 94, Martin Healy. The 12 car, number 12, Craig Templeton, Alex Serrana from Redline. 45, Gordon Russell. Rosedale, 33, Stephen Cook. Bendigo 8, oops. Rosedale 8, yes, Jason Hunter. The number 4 car is Len Bates. 6, Colin Stewart. There he is, folks. Give him a big hand. He's got that car back on song after that big one in the centre. There he is himself. The next 6 car, the Golden Valley 6 car of Steve Grorick. Rosedale 23, Dean Humphrey. 7, Rosedale 7, Tony Wheelerman.
Good luck, Gary. Hey, man. Good luck, sir. Good luck, Santa. 40 laps, right?
Not this one, the next one. That's Minute of Glory. You staying at the Coachmate Motel?
Oh, last night I did.
Last night he did. She's got your shampoo and conditioner.
The wife's there. The wife's just over that magna there. That's all the drivers of the final.
Back to the next one. We're trying to get on here as quickly as we can. The 11 car out of position number 8. How does it feel to be up in number 8? Okay, pal, where'd you finish last year? 7th. Well, we want an improvement of about 3 or 4 there, do you reckon? Okie dokie, good luck there. Pretty laid back about it all.
These 3 up in front of me, I check.
Jimmy Turner in the 11 car. Well, Jimmy, how do you feel about the position you're in?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's a long race, though.
Yeah, it's 40 laps, mate, and it's consistency as we've proved over the years. So you hope to be there at the finish?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just hope the car will just hold out.
Well, good luck, Jimmy, and your cars are usually top stuff, so we wish you good luck for the final. I'm sure you'll be there.
They're not in the right order, apparently. We've got to change a few.
Hey, Paul Cam in the Moe 8 car. Paul, you've done fairly well in the lead up with the heats. How do you feel about the position and how are you going to go?
Oh, well, I'm just glad to be here, mate, and we'll just see what happens through the day. Thanks very much. Thanks, Rosedale.
Roger D, okay. Well, Paul, have a good race, mate. Good luck to you. Back over here to Craig Templeton in the 12 car. We watched this little thing shoot down that back chute like you wouldn't believe. It's come cameras, the saying goes. How do you feel about being here in the race, pal?
Yeah, pretty good.
More than pretty good.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be there at the end.
Good luck to you, pal. To you and your passenger. Hope you have a good race. Okay, as we work our way down, middle field. Martin Healy, how do you feel about this position? You're way the hell down here. Where are you? Oh, God, about 12th there, mate.
I just want to try and finish it through the final. Finish the final, I'll be happy.
Well, that's a good approach, mate, because you can only improve on that. Have a good race.
Thanks a lot.
Okie doke, Martin Healy. Who have we got next over here?
Take it easy.
Jason? In the number 8, Rosedale 8. How do you feel, mate?
A bit nervous. Bit on the nervous side, mate.
Well, I don't know why you're nervous, because your passenger's sitting in a wet spot, so I don't know why you're nervous. Okay, take it easy, pal. Have a good race. Rosedale 33. Cookie, how do you feel about being here, mate?
Oh, I'd like to be a bit closer.
Wouldn't they all? Okay, mate, have a good race. Over here we go, the Gordon Russell. In the 45 car, Gordon, how do you feel? Hot, he says. Is that all you got to say?
That is.
Okay, mate, take it easy. Have a good race. Lenny Bates, how do you feel about being up here, pal?
Good, mate. I'd just like to thank the guys for giving me the time here last night. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here at all. Thanks very much, guys.
Well, I think, you know, mate, you do the same for them, and I think you know that that's Speedway. They're a great fraternity. Lenny Chulo over here in the 35 car. We watched Lenny all day. Got that big thing going in the last one, mate. How you feeling?
Oh, pretty good at the moment. I'll just hope I finish this one, that's all.
Well done, Lenny. I hope so too, and I'm sure you'll improve on the position you're in there at the moment. Rightio, back down here to old Sickness himself. Cole, congratulations on getting the meeting going to this stage, old son, with your crew. And I know you've had a lot of worries, and you're not all that well. Congratulations for making it into the final.
Yeah, thanks, Max. I started down the rear of the field about 5 years ago back at Redline, and I ended up running third. So we'll just give it our best shot, see if there's suitable trainers down the back here and give the V8s a bit of a hiding, but we'll just take it by ear and see how we go.
Well done, Colin Stewart, president of Rosedale Speedway, and the man that we saw on the infield trying to repair that car by jumping on the bonnet. And Steve Gurrick, mate, we've watched you all day, and you were one of those absolute tryers. And it's just a shame that you're so far down. Well, Colin Stewart, he's qualified as a reserve into the final after all that hullabaloo we had in the middle, so he's worth a big hand, folks, because he's done a wonderful job this weekend to keep the crew together, keep them working to get this meeting to us, and then to have that bingle, get the car repaired. I believe Herbie Saunders led a merry band of men to get that car repaired with Colt. They got him onto the grid, and he'll be pretty pleased with that, simply to finish the race. Well, this will be a big blast. Folks, they're going to do 2 flowies round here to have a look at the circuit and make sure they know that it is wet. Straight after this, of course, we've got the final heat of the modified production the DB2 hot rods and the street stock, so stay on for those. It's a lovely afternoon. It's going to get cooler to drive home later with daylight savings, so please don't rush out there and get caught up in all that Sunday traffic out on the highway. Just tarry a while, have a cold drink, a bit of a chat, and then wander on home when it gets a little cooler. Beware of the candy cars and those shutterbox coppers with the cameras, because they're out after some revenue as well. Available in standard saloon for the state title for 94.95. No, this is the run-up lap. The flag is up. Sorry, they're not giving them a further lap. This is the run-up. The flag's down and they're racing. Well, I think that caused some by surprise. Foster out. He didn't get his pedal to the metal. A little bit in the power. The next state 96 all the way, but it doesn't matter. Get your food in the bucket and we're racing. Foster second. Yeoman's in a third. 63 coming down through the middle of the field. We've got one over here that's got himself moving again. We come down up the front chute out of 4. Okay, lights stay on, flag stays in, so we're racing. Off the relegated back to 4th with Nicola up in front. There you go, but brilliant in first, Steve Randall. Foster now trying to get down the outside. On the infield of turn 2 there, trying to get that car started. I hope he does so, yes he does. So far we've got a clear couple of laps under our belts as we get up the front chute. Nicola, Yeoman, Randall, 11 car there. Oh, one in the middle of the circuit down here, that's the number 1 car. And Foster is well involved in that one. Well, there's a shame that Gary Hamlin and Stephen Foster involved in that clang up down here on turn 4, and that certainly will result in, well, that's a tragedy, because the number 1 car going infield, and I'm not sure if the Foster car started that melee. I didn't see it, but if he did, of course he will go to rear of field, so there's 2 top cars right out of contention. We'll just wait and see what happened there. Way down the back chute, pit gate. They'll run into 3 and build up from there until they come out of 4, hard down on the power. All the taps on as they come up the front chute. About there they should be starting to build up pressure. Yes, they are. In fact, that flag dropped very early again, so we're racing. Yeoman now into the lead, and look at Hamilton. Right up behind Yeoman now, of course, we've got the big state 96 will be in the car. They go very wide indeed, but if you look at it, he's gone right out onto that dry cushion and got a shoot off that down the back chute. Now he's out to challenge Yeoman's, in fact, in that 41 car. Well, Peter McCullough, there's no doubt about this guy. He's really got this Stato going. They head up the front chute for the first lap. Yeoman's in second place. Now he's 7th. He's Ewan Stewart. Look how slippery that is. 53 around the outside. Yeoman's in first sideways on turn 2. Brings everyone down fairly slowly, but he's got it going and he wants to pick it up and get in amongst those before he gets relegated to rear of field. He's done that, in fact, right onto the track in front of Tony Beelman and put him right up high on the wall. Not the way to go. 96. taking Ewan Stewart at 53 and third is Steve Randall. I don't have time to call it all the way down, but look at the big rush there by Colin Stewart. He's taking it right out wide on the dry cushion. He knows where to go, and look at the distance he makes up on the car, for instance, of Lenny Kulo. He takes that dry line, a cushion of dry dirt that's built up there. What have we done here? We've got 96 down in front, Mullion, but way the heck back down the back end. Oh, Ewan Stewart in the XC Falcon gets it all the way wide out of third front there. Allows the 53 Stato of Stephen Randall to come down on the inside, and that's the way to go. Back still second, but I'll dry out in a few more laps, and we'll have some very quick, very stable racing. 96, Peter Nicola. 53, Steve Randall. 7, back to third, Ewan Stewart. Jimmy Turner in the 11 car. Jimmy on a fourth there. He's on down on the inside of Templeton and takes over that fourth spot. The other 11 car of Alexander 11 of Andrew Dennis, the 240k Datsun, has sneaked through there in a fixed racing. Templeton back to 6. The Charger of Roma Motors, there's Little Hale. Next one in position, around about 6, I think, at this stage. What have we got? 7. We've got 94, 35 and 6, Colin Stewart. 94 is Martin Healy. 35, Lenny Kulo, and Colin Stewart electing for that wide line. 96, 53, Steve Randall. Number 7, Ewan Stewart. Jim Turner. The 11 car from Alexander is Andrew Dennis, and we'll have to call him back about 10 and get back to the leaders, I'm afraid. Colin Stewart comes in behind Lenny Kulo there in the 35 cars, but comes back to the leaders again. 96, Peter McCullough. Steve Randall. Oh, he ain't down the lap, I think. The Murray 7 car, Ewan Stewart. Jim Turner. Andrew Dennis. Templeton. Little Hale, 94 through there, Martin Healy. Well, we're going to challenge on to the lead here. Steve Randall in a 53 Stato. We're placing on the 96 car of Peter Nicola. How about that one? I'm not sure what happened with Peter there. He's obviously made an error. We got one sideways up here on turn 1 and 2. Gets it straightened up and headed off in the right direction, and that's the way to go. We'll avoid another yellow flag. Waiting for the leaders to come by, and that's where we'll have to move the course. So 53, 5-3. Steve Randall, 96, Peter Nicola. The next one we're waiting on to come through is the 7 car, the Moe's 7 car there of Ewan Stewart and Jim Turner. Templeton's next through, then Little Hale. Well, everything's getting very mixed up now because we're coming up to the serious overlapping manoeuvres. So we've gone a few laps, and that's right. 53 now under challenge from Peter Nicola. We're going to try and go down the other side, but that's not the way to go because he's put himself out in the marbles and washed off some space. Now he's 53, is trapped in behind Reelman, and Nicola's going to follow him through on that low right. 5-3 there is Stephen Randall in the statement. Still in first, Peter Nicola is still second. The Moe 7 car there is Ewan Stewart, still in third at this stage. Fourth is Jim Turner. Fifth is the 11th car of Alexander Andrew Dennis. Templeton is 73 is Little Hale. 94 down there is Martin Healy. Moving on for the distance there. 53, doing it very well indeed so far. Steve Randall, Peter Nicola next through, then the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart. Jimmy Turner tucked in behind Reelman in the 7 car, looking for a way around. The other 11 car of Alexander's Andrew Dennis in the 240k Datsun. Steve Randall, still out in front, 96, Peter Nicola. Maybe Peter's just nursing that car, just the fraction to see that his last 40 laps. top of the infield. Cruising. Brewery Drive. 53 about to put a lap on the Colin Stewart at the lead car. 5-3, 53. As Stephen Randall. Peter McCollum next to in the Moe 7 car. Still in the third place. Ewan Stewart. And you'll find that Jim Turner still in fourth place there, is it, or third? Third place, and Alexander 11, Andrew Dennis, following Jimmy Turner. Randall, Nicola, Ewan Stewart, then Jim Turner, then Andrew Dennis, and Templeton in fourth. 73 of 94 are next on the line, I think, for placing. 73 is Little Hale. 94 right out to the fence there. Bad move, Martin Wheeling, H.G. Holden. Trying to stay up with the leaders here, 53, still in the lead. Stephen Randall. Peter Nicola just stays within striking distance. OE7 next to Ewan Stewart. Jim Turner. Andrew Dennis. Templeton, I think you'll find is next. Be hard to keep up with them now, they're all overlapping. 53 pulled out just a little bit of a lead with two cars between himself and Peter McCullough. Peter elects to go down the outside of those cars and try and stay in touch with that 53 car of Randall. Randall almost up fourth there from the Rosedale 8 car. Also Jason Hutter. At 53. Randall, Nicola. Ewan Stewart in 7th. Jim Turner still holding out the attack from the 240k action of Andrew Dennis. Randall. Oh, 96. Peter McCullough out for the day. Well, what a tragedy. Peter McCullough on the infield. Well, on that car. 53, that puts the number 7 car up in second place. That's the Moe second car of Ewan Stewart. Jim Turner up in the third. Andrew Dennis in the fourth. Littleton, I think you'll find the next through. Next to 73. There's Little Hales in the Charger. Omar Motors, Ballarat Monster Charger. 94 after him is Martin Healy. Back with the leaders, and boy, are the laps counting down here, and we have had a very little problem here. 53 Randall. Long way back now to the 7 car, the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart. Ewan Stewart is the next one through. Jim Turner breezing right through there into that third spot for the 240k Aston. Right on his hammer, Andrew Dennis, and Templeton. The 73 car, 94, right up on the fence, a lot of smoke coming from that car. Blackens but flows perceptibly, so there's something wrong with that car. Okay, back to the lead of 53, Randall. Moe 7, Ewan Stewart. Jimmy Turner is the next one through in the 11 car. The Alexander 11 of Andrew Dennis next through, then 12, Templeton. 73, there's Little Hales, and 94, that car is closed. Not sure where it finished up, whether it didn't feel or not, I didn't see what happened to it. 95 and 94 was running in that next position. There he is over on the byline, going very slowly indeed, looking for a finishing point. 53. 53, Stephen Randall. Oh, number 7 there, the Moe 7 car, Ewan Stewart coming under attack from Jimmy Turner in the 11 car. And the Alexander 11 car of Andrew Dennis will in the background looking for a place as well. Now Jim Turner, that's where the action is stuck right in behind the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart. Turner looking for a way around. Oh, goes one way, then goes the other. It's the number 7 car of Ewan Stewart. Not sure how to get around the number 4 car of Lenny Bates. Bates maintains his position on pole there. He's got to come around, but look at the attack on the back of the Jim Turner car from Andrew Dennis in Alexandra at 11. Templeton should be somewhere in the contention there. There he leaders with the 73 car, a little hale. Following Speedway approaching at 53, Steve Randall. He's doing it beautifully out in front. Now we get the field closing so that we've got the position on the track running very close there. We've got the 53 car of Steve Randall in first, the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart in second, Jim Turner in third, Andrew Dennis in fourth, Templeton the fairway back there in fifth. And we've got Foster putting a position on the 73 car of Des Little Hale, who was running next. Okay, back to the leader, 53. What a drive from Steve Randall in the big Stato, 53. Holding the Moe 7 car there for Ewan Stewart. In a little bit of trouble. A little bit of a problem there as Jim Turner got taken out towards the fence. Jim Turner in 11. One through is the 11 car there of Andrew Dennis. And then Templeton in 12. Foster moved his way up there. The number 4 car. Then 73 of Des Little Hale. 21 is Garmin. He got himself untapped from the 53 car of Steve Randall. 7 is Ewan Stewart. Jim Turner. One through. Templeton, I think you'll find Foster closing on the back of Templeton. There's Little Hale. There's Little Hale. Dropped off the pace just a little there. 53, Steve Randall, that big booming Stato, just rumbling himself along there. Moe 7, Ewan Stewart. Next through then is Jim Turner in the 11 car. In the Moe 11 and Alexander 11, Andrew Dennis in the 240k Daston. Littleton in 12 and Foster in the 4 car, about to challenge that position of Littleton. Templeton in the 12 car rather. But we've got the cars closing now on Steve Randall. Definitely closing. Randall slowing. I'm sure that 53 car is slowing a little. And that allows the 7 car, Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart to close right up on him. Look at Jim Turner. He's moving right in on the tail end of Ewan Stewart in the 7 car. The rest have dropped a little, dropped off a little. The other 11 car, the 240k Daston, dropped into the infield. But look at Randall now. He's under some pressure. Stephen Randall is the active left approach. And what's he saying? Ewan Stewart mounting his challenge. And Jim Turner, we have to stay up front, folks, and that's where the action will is. Stephen Foster made it this way. Gets by Templeton, gets down on the inside of Lenny Bates in the 4 car. On the outside of it, rather. Sorry. And Steve Randall, he's in attack now, and I'm sure there's something wrong with that car, but look at the number 1 car. He's come right across the infield there, and that won't make the Stewart very happy. And in fact, he's gone past the Randall car, and that car is definitely having a problem. Jimmy Turner in turn, down on the inside of the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart, and Jimmy Turner has taken over the lead in the 11 car. The Holland, he's right out in front now. Jimmy Turner works his way through beautifully to the lead. And here's the front right-hand front tyre on that 53 car of Stephen Randall. What an absolute tragedy. A flat tyre on the outside front, and that'll take him right out of contention as Templeton mounts an attack down the inside there. But I'm sorry, Foster mounts an attack down the outside of Templeton. I'll get it in a minute. 53 pulls the car infield. What an absolute tragedy. And Jim Turner in the 11 car takes over that front position. The laps are ticking down. I'm not sure how many we've got to go, but they are certainly ticking down, and Jimmy Turner out in front and doing it very nicely indeed from the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart. Templeton in 12 and Foster battling out down the back chute. Number 4 is Foster, 12 is Templeton. And there's the battle there for 4th position. And I don't know where the 5th is coming from. I think it's the way to heck back in 73. Moe 4 there, I'm not sure if he's being told to watch it by the Stewart, but certainly waving a finger at someone. But back with the leaders, and the leader is Jim Turner in the 11 car. What a beautiful drive from Jimmy there as he hawks this 11 car, this HQ Holland, down into the lead. 7 getting a little raggedy there, the Moe 7 car of Ewan Stewart. Jim Turner, Ewan Stewart. Templeton is next, is Foster. And I think you'll find the 73 car, I'm not sure really if that's on song for a major placing there. Hamilton and Foster at it through 3 and 4. Jim Turner, now he's got a reasonably clear field back ahead of him rather. He'll be just pushing that car as hard as he has to and not as hard as it can go. To see that he can stay in there, in that position to the best of his ability. Jimmy Turner in 11. The Moe 7 car, Ewan Stewart in the XD Falcon, but now coming under pressure from Templeton in the 12 car. The late car, 1 to go, look at this folks, 1 to go. 1 lap, but that sits down there a whole lot quicker than we anticipated. Out in the lead is Jimmy Turner in the 11 car. Let's look at the race now for second. Templeton down on the inside, and yes, he's pulled it off over Ewan Stewart in the 7 car, but Templeton's put it sideways. He gets himself back. Jimmy Turner leads the arm. And look at him now, still in the second. Then Templeton, and then the number 7 car. Oh boy, was that a finish. Foster in the 4 car. There he is, Jimmy Turner, and what a beautiful drive. Give him a big hand, folks, because there is the new 1994-95 champion, Standard Saloons, a state title for 1994-95. Jimmy Turner, the checkered flag. And there he is, Stephen Foster in number 4.
Great! You almost had second. Who won that 6, that 7?
Jimmy
Yeah,
Turner.
number 7. You were second. I had you. Oh, that's beautiful. I think the two of them. Good on you.
Yeah, well done.
I'm working up. Well done,
Steve. Well done, Ewan.
Let's play the music on these
That's number well.
Here, and I'll tell you what, you saw what happened to him, and that was an absolute tragedy. Looking at a back-to-back, Gary, there, and going very well on that outside front tyre. That was an absolute tragedy. I'm sure that you could understand that we all felt for you, pal. It must have been very disappointing.
That's racing.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute. And as Alan Moffat once said, that's a lot of bloody hooey. But it must have been disappointment for you, pal, because you'd had a great day up the Lens.
Oh, there's nothing to be done about it. As I said, it was a racing incident, I suppose you can call it. I'd like to say congratulations. Well, I think Jim was a top drive. Good job.
Great stuff, Gary, and I just think that it's unlucky again that it was the outside one, because it was the inside one that thing's handling so early to probably continued with it.
Oh, well, ends the brakes.
Okay, pal, thanks for your time, and once again, commiserations there, because that car was had no high-profile squabbles and no incidents at all. He's read the right act to him. They've done the job exactly as he wanted, and I'm sure he's pretty pleased with the day, Dennis.
Yes, Max, it was quite excellent. Given the class, the fact that they don't have a locked diff, they drive on one tyre only, the pressure these drivers are under being a state championship, to put on a performance like they did last night and earlier today, then come out in a final and race 40 laps on a track that went through 4 seasons. At the pace they ran at, someone was telling me the times before for the total race, it worked out to about 22 seconds a lap, which is excellent. The driver attitude was perfect all weekend, and I really take my hat off to these guys. They've done a tremendous job, given that the race went 40 laps through all conditions without a problem. And I congratulate each and every one of them for taking part in this great race.
Thanks, Dennis, and I agree with you, pal, because I tell you what, without taking anything away from the drivers, I think that the performance of the drivers on the day and last night is mainly due to the crew that stand up there, tell them what the rules are, and then see that they stick to it. So I want to congratulate you and your crew of helpers up there for a great day's racing.
It's a pleasure to be here, Max. Thanks very much.
Righto, thank you. That's Dennis Cockrell, Chief Steward for the title today here at the Rosedale Speedway. Subject to any appeals or whatever, and the presentations are made on that basis that they are provisional So be aware of that one, that if there's any problems that happen later on, there could be, maybe, we don't know. But that's the rule that they are presented provisional. So if someone comes up to you and says, I want to take that off you, you've got to give it to them. And then over in Browning, I've got a requirement for anything in the flowers line, flowers. Why not pop over and see? They've supported us. Where's he gone? And I'll have great pleasure in introducing to you President of the Victorian Speedway Council, Mr. Alan Jones.
Thanks, Max. It's been a hard weekend, especially with the weather the way it's been, and I'd like to congratulate Rosedale Speedway Club on putting on this show for the Standard Saloons for the time of this year. It's been a great event. I think everybody's had a fair crack at it. I'd like to thank all the officials at Rosedale who made the event possible. I'd like to thank all the cars who travelled from near and far to compete in this event. Without them we wouldn't have an event. Without these sort of events we wouldn't have the sport of Speedway. We only have one confirmed definite place getter at the moment, and that naturally is the winner. It's undisputed at all, and the third place in the title this year is Jim Turner.
On you, Jimmy! Gonna look this way? Turn around, yeah. I haven't finished dressing yet. Come on. Oh, sorry. Big smooth. Oh, wait it go.
Oh, yeah!
We have Jim Turner now who's going to say a few words. What do you think, Jim? A great event?
Yes, it was. Good race. I'd like to thank Rosedale Speedway. Thank all the guys that helped me with the car. My brother Les for rebuilding the motor. Peter May for helping me straighten it out. Thanks a lot.
Now we just have to wait on the confirm the next placing, so if we just bear with us for a minute. We have down on the sheet that Stephen Foster was second place in this year's event. I think it was a great drive, being put to the rear of the field at the start and come back and run second. Good on you. Good on you.
Trophy around.
First of all, I'd like to thank Rosedale Speedway for holding the event. Secondly, the VSC, the effort that everyone's put in to put the race on. Last week I put the car into the fence and practically rode it off. And a few people from Rosedale and the Mazzaro boys and that helped me get it going for today. So I hope this is some kind of satisfaction. Thanks to my wife, family and everyone else that helped me and everyone around me. Thank you.
Third place, those who have completed very well, had a lot of problems getting there behind the scenes, so had a few disasters on the way, and that is Craig Hamilton. Yeah!
Give him the flowers, give him the flowers.
Fortunately, that can't be removed. Well done.
I'd like to thank all the other competitors, especially number 4, Foster, that did really well from rear of the field to come second. Melissa, Dad, sponsored the car, definitely a radio and a good motor. Yeah, sorry about that delay. Broke up that opposite trailer. And that's about it. Thank you.
Well done.
Once again, as we said before, that is only provisional, depending on the checking of the lap sheets. Fourth place, provisional once again, Ewan Stewart.
Just wait for it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd just like to thank Stephen for leading up the radiators. Oh, panels. Thank the wife for letting me build the new motor and all that. That's real good. And thanks to everyone else. Thanks Rosedale too.
As we said, that's about as far as we can go with the presentation because we haven't got from here on confirmed. We haven't got the last three confirmed. So if you bear with us before the end of the day, we'll get that sorted out. So I'd like to hand back to our announcer, Mr. Baldy. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Mr. Alan Jones, President of the VSC. Okay, folks, if we could just clear the area, we'll get back on with the balance of the racing and then the remainder of the presentation.
Still going. Come on, we're going to race. You want to come over here for us? I can say something else. Yeah, you better get it down.
You nearly lost a few bums, Nick.
Can't
say that. No, I disown him. Oh, you're up here.
Mowers.
Maui. Oh yeah, Nilly. How are you through?
Oh.
Get up there, big one.
Okay, here come the champs. Now give them a big hand as they come around. Dump the clutch, put three of them on the road. That'll be good. Seen it done at Parramatta.
Modify this road action. Oh, a little bit of angle left, 73 all the way around. That's the fastest car. Down in front of Brian Ramsdale in 60. Wayne Ramsdale next in the 9 or 11 car. Now we left this one stuck over here. One down two. Here goes going soon as the yellows comes down. They're trying to get the train up and get moving. Better to be on the end of the field than all the way down there. Okay, very important messenger just arrived on the scene. We're going to draw the raffle. Okay, you want to dip in there, lady? 3 prizes coming up in the raffle, folks. We'll have those for you in a moment. While we're waiting for this.
And what happened to Father Christmas, Max?
Switch the mic on, Maxie baby. First prize in the raffle this afternoon, folks, is Mrs. Betty Stewart. Mrs. Betty Stewart, it's a fiddle, that's one of the Stewart clan. Oh, what a bloody fiddle. 535 White Street. Well, the ticket number 0734. That's the first prize in the raffle this afternoon. Take the ticket to the county. Over here, but Ramsdale out in front there, doing it nicely. Wayne Ramsdale in the 11 car. Oh, it does it not nicely at all on the infield at turn 4. Wouldn't want to do that because he's trying to sell that car off. Okay, 60, getting his little touch up there from the number 5 car of Brett Holmes as they hack off down the back. Here's Ramsdale review, breaking in third position. 73 of next through Matthew Matthew Parsons. Okay, back to the racing after we've gone the raffle. We'll let all those lucky people know straight after this event what prizes are won. Okay, back to the racing now. The four up the front chute. 6 and 6-0, Brian Randall. Redmond 5, Wayne Ramsdale. In the 11 car, 73 is Matthew Parsons. 19 Cal Burney, and that car is the far post. That car is the far. Have a look at it because it's got a lot of good stuff in it. May not look all painted up in nice livery, but what's the point in doing that if you're going to sell it? Somebody else can, but it's a workable car on the inside. Good car to start. Cal Burney is certainly not trying to win anything here this afternoon. He's trying to just want to give people a look at it. I don't know if he gets this by the seller. He's got a lot of good stuff under the bonnet of that car. 60 out in front, Graham Randall. Rental, Brett Harms in 5 is next through. Then Wayne Ramsdale in 11. 73 car, Matthew Parsons. That puts Cal Burney up into second, into fourth rather. Get it in a minute, Max. 39 car goes by, LDF. Headed in the right direction and takes off into the wild view. Blue yonder in first view of this. Last driving wheel off the front there. Graham Randall in the 60 car. Brett Harms in 5. I'm sorry. Brett Harms qualified as the third. 11. Wayne Ramsdale. In second is Brett Harms in third position. Cal Burney in fourth. Number 9 in the event. Down the back after that, shortly onto the infield. D9 car of every event. Second flag, come down, goes down, Wayne Randall. And Brett Harms is third. Fourth placing in the final event for modified production. The 19 car of Cal Burney. 73 is Matthew Parsons, and last name is the D9 car of Andrew Bond. Okay, raffle prizes, folks.